I'm excited to see this because I think, Jestdoki is having a really great night right now. Let's take a look at the bracket, see how he's gotten here so far. So, starts off with a really good match against Anyone Can Cook, and they end that one out in a 2-1 kind of victory where we see in similar fashion the Pokemon trainer coming out, then behind the Pokemon trainer, switches, then switches to Luigi, and then it's kind of victorious there, whereas with Luxray, we see him come out with the Pokemon trainer and goes back and forth between that and Luigi, and then ends up winning it with Pokemon trainer PT coming out with the victory there. Whereas BW Styles, on the other hand, had won in a pretty impressive match against Rob with his Ganondorf and the 2 new characters, of course, in the game, and that's how they got to winners finals right now. On the other half of things, Luxray versus Swag Flu is getting ready to get started right now in a best 2 out of 3 match, and we'll see how those guys turn out. Alright, so it looks like Jestdoki is striking Battlefield. I'm upset for him, have mercy, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, you hate to, especially to lose a set to that, to have to get up, and basically walk away. Titan Killer Phil is saying if Jestdoki or BW win, it will be their first tournament championship. And yes, I can agree. I think this will be, in an all-in scenario, probably the first for both of these guys. But once again, guys, don't forget, we definitely have people over on the losers half that are probably coming back with some form of hatred in this to some degree. But no, it'll be entertaining to see, how that kind of goes.
Yeah, that's so true. And we're going to Pokemon Stadium 2. And I was just going to say, I don't know, because whoever gets sent to losers is going to, at some point, face the wrath of Luxray. And whether that's BW and it's just like, what's up, man? We're just going to have a good old set in losers. Or if it's going to be Jess, he's going to be like, give me you. Like, whatever it's going to be, I'm interested to see whatever comes of it. But I think that, again, whoever does win this has a really good chance of winning it overall. Just both these players have had a comfortable game all night. Although at the same time, I think that BW has been pushed a bit less to the extent that Jest has been pushed tonight. We've seen Jest go through players like anyone. We've seen him barely go through Luxray.
Yeah.
And I think that he's been warmed up really hard. Because of that, I think.
Just coming back after getting hit with cold crayon, trying to see if he can put some damage on really quickly. BW Styles at 96% on that first stop.
Nice use that back through there. Not gonna kill yet, but BW's even going above him still with that down air. I like those pummels too. You gotta do them. Switching to Ivysaur, seeing how Squirtle was not working out for that. However, at this percent, I don't know, because Mega Man kind of does Ivysaur's whole shtick a bit better than he does with the saws and the lemons and everything. It's just really hard for him to kind of get those razor leaps on. And look at that. With Max Rage, he just gets thrown out. Oh no.
Oh. Able to get around that spike. Jess right now working to try to see if he can get rid of this first stop.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was like, do not just run into that, man. No way. But finally, getting that stock up with Charizard back air. And I don't know, I think that here you have to decide whether or not you're going to switch. Because sooner or later, Charizard's going to start becoming a liability. But then you're not going to want to switch off of him due to your percent, right? And we are seeing him stick true to this giant lizard. And the fire's coming out. Oh gosh. Let's get into that scary point. We got full rage Charizard here. Oh my gosh. That use of that jump to just get away for a second. Oh, and the back throw is going to do it. Wow.
BW Styles up 1-0 in winners finals.
Do you think we'll be seeing that switch to the Luigi? I'm not sure.
And
it's like
just
a weird
as a quick reminder, because I see them asking about it, it is 3 out of 5 for you guys, BW Styles and Jestdoki. I don't think they realized they were in winners finals.
Yeah, it's always something like, whether you're on winner or losers finals side, like, you can forget pretty easily, especially like sometimes you're just used to like the player count size. You're like, oh, if I'm playing like a 12-person tournament, it's gonna be a little bit till I get to like the end, because like once you get to winners finals, it's either like you're right there, you're at the finish, and you have one more game after that, or you have like a bunch of games after that because you have to get through a couple rounds of losers and whatnot. But like, I think that even then, like, you gotta get caught up in like whatever it is that like emotions or just like the hype of like, oh, like, wow, I'm here, this is it, winners finals. Like, and you're like, wait a minute, best of 5, let's go. Like, everybody loves a couple more games, regardless of whether you win or lose. It's either one more chance or one more time to be on stream, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, he's really struggling.
Yeah.
With understanding it in the Discord, so I'm going to have to very much spell it out. Alex Jestdoki versus BW Styles is a best 3 out of 5 because it's winners finals. Actually, let me not write BO5. Let me write best of 5.
Yeah, because like, it's understandable. Like sometimes, like, it's just hard because especially like, I don't know how many times Jest has been this far down on winner's side of bracket, you know?
No, I understand, and I mean, like, it's definitely something that you have to mentally start being aware of, because you also have not only just the, you know, idea in mind that, all right, so I gotta also win 3, but the other thing that you have to remember is that, you know, you've got a difference in character selection, and so does your opponent now. And Jestdoki taking full advantage of that. This is the first time I think I've seen Fox in here. Let's hop into it, guys.
I have a very specific opinion of Fox during the online era.
Yeah.
And I'll sum it up by saying, good luck. Because Fox on Wi-Fi, you're either so comfortable with playing online that it just feels fine to you, or like you haven't played online yet. Because Fox he's a very reactionary based character. He's very fast, very last cannon archetype. And one moment you could be seeing like all this crazy damage output that we're seeing now, and the next moment you can't get one read because you just can't react the same way, and all of a sudden you're like losing your stock off stage.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Just Fox. I've never played it in friendlies, but it does seem to be contesting just because of how fast he can like move across stage. And I am not surprised. Like, Fox in a lot of ways is kind of similar to Luigi, but he's a lot lighter too. So that type of up tilt read that we see BW getting is going to kill at that percent.
Yeah, not immune from that.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad pick though. Like, even then, like, if you're just trying to try out somebody and just see what happens, it's a best of 5. You have like you have one extra game to pretty much try and do some sort of like hard read with this. Oh my goodness, no way, he's going for it.
Yeah, that Firefox from that high up.
Yeah, nice up smash, finished off. And even then, 48% for Fox is not like the craziest deficit that I've seen Fox makes comeback from. It just all depends on like how much can Jest maintain like his weight with this character as well as getting edge guarded, because there are times where like Fox can just pretty much just get wiped just from straight out like losing the damage output game, and other times you'll see him like really keep like the pace, just really keep up with that damage output, everything. But here, wow, we made it back. That was crazy. I did not. And we both thought.
Yeah, I thought he was too low for the Firefox to get him back up there. I thought that Fox Flash was a missed input.
Yeah, and there's the edge guard. And one other thing that's kind of a woe of Fox and kind of all the spaces is in this game, they're kind of easy to edge guard in a sense. With Fox, his startup on his up B is very high. So for characters like Mega Man, where you can have that projectile spike, it's actually fairly easy for somebody like BW, who's also known to kind of just do that over and over and over, like set up that spike off stage. It's very easy for him to just take the time and set it up. So you have to be very unpredictable with how you recover. You can't just keep going up the same way, because as soon as he catches on, you're gonna be seeing lights out for Jess. But that's
the spike scores on that BW Styles going up 2-0.
You know, they say he shoots, he scores, and that time he definitely did score. With that one. But I don't think that was a bad pick. I just think that, like, hey, why not, you know? And it was close for most of it. I just think that, like, let's see what happens this next game. Will Jess decide, all right, this was worth the data, and continue with this Fox, or will we see him kind of throw out another, like, crazy pick? Or will we just see, like, a Luigi? Because, like, that's kind of what we've seen, is that tried and true Luigi just come out and clutch just a couple times here or there. And I'm not opposed to that. I think that, like, on one hand, like, I said the same thing about Falco with, like, the laser's really distracting, and for this matchup, it's pellets are really distracting for Luigi to try and, like, get around. And both times we've seen Jess, or not both times, but at least the last time we saw Jess decide, nah, screw it, I'll just go Luigi, and it came out well. It did well. And
true.
I think that might be a different case with Mega Man, just because with BW, he's relentless with the pellets. He's relentless with the saw blade. He's relentless with edge guarding. And, like, he will not stop hitting you. And, like, especially with just how well he's been doing, like, you have to kind of really plan out what it is that you want to do here. And so I think that whoever Jess goes, he needs to play these next couple matches really well if he wants to win them.
Very true. No, I mean, at this point, he essentially has to win 3 in a row. And looks like throwing out Northern Cave. We'll see how that one goes.
That could be interesting. I know there's a lot of thought being kind of thrown around about that stage still in the larger scene. Ooh, I knew it. I knew it. I was not going to say it. I knew it. I was like, I don't know what his Sephiroth looks like, but I can see it. Personally, I mentioned this on my Twitter, but I personally am going to start secondarying Sephiroth. I think that this character is super good. I think that, like, the type of playstyle you want with Sephiroth is, like, a kind of slow-paced poke style. His forward air, as well as a lot of his, like, his side beat and other moves, all have such long distance but aren't fast. So you need to really plan out why, or, like, when you, like, get close and personal. And so, like, when you're close and personal, you're going to be seeing a lot of those, like, close-end side beats to interrupt what's going on, similar to, like, Mega Man pellets, but also tack on those, like, fireballs, those purple fireballs. And then you're also going to be seeing up close those, like, multi-jabs and dash attack. But once he gets one-winning Angel, you're going to be seeing so much different stuff come out. And I think that Jess is kind of trying to take advantage of the fact that he does have this platform for that double layer of recovering, as well as the fact that, like, if BW does catch him, like, here, he can still get a really early kill from either the sides or the top, just based on the type of kill box this stage has. And even then, this stage is kind of still in debate over its legality. I think that it's, like, a decent stage, but I think that it also, like, there's a lot of people who, like, kind of have complained just about, like, the visibility of the stage, like, there's that large white flash on it, or just, like, other things, as well as, like, just liking the other types of stage lists with it.
Right.
I think for now it's still fine to experiment with it, especially since, like, we're still online, and until, like, offline series come back completely, like, there's no reason not to have it. And look at this, we're gonna be seeing a fireball coming out there, hitting BW, and 2 more fireballs coming out from Jest. And, like, just like that, with all the damage rate, like output that Sephiroth has, it may not be like fast in terms of like multiple hits fast, but we're seeing large amounts of like comeback damage for Jest. But will it be enough to try and get him back into this game and finally win a game in this set? I don't know.
No, and right now BW making him pay for mistakes no matter what his character is. Like I can
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the case with both Fox and Sephiroth. Both, I mentioned this before, but we've never gotten to see both on stream at once like this, is both of them are the same weight. And so, when you get into that type of shenanigans where your two characters that both have to play very perfectly in order to win, you're going to be seeing any sort of mistakes punished like really hard, because that's just how the character gets punished. And there, BW forgot that One Wing Angel Sephiroth does have super armor on his smash attacks, and now he's going to be fighting on the last stock advantage with 3 fireballs surrounding him. So this is a really dangerous situation. Look at that. It's already being returned around as Just piles on more fireballs, more up B damage. What will he do? What will One Wing Angel
Yeah.
do? Such a long thing to say. But yeah, I was thinking myself, like, Sephiroth is probably the character. Oh,
Just got over the top of that one.
Wow, weaving in and out like that. That was, like, and that's kind of the thing is, like, BW, in all 3 games, we kind of saw him just kind of take advantage of what he could do in the air. Versus Fox, like, you're going to be seeing juggle situations, but, like, you're not going to be seeing quick air movement, like, in that specific space. And for other characters, like Luigi, just can't contest him in the air. So BW just can do things like that. He can just run across stage, weave in and out of those fireballs, and just throw out that really good, really fast, really big hitbox back air. And I think that's just, like, kind of a way of showing that, like, Mega Man, sure, he's an all-around good character, but as a player, so is BW. Like, he all-around does not have, like, some, like, specific weakness, you know? He's not, like, he doesn't have an issue being off stage, doesn't have an issue fighting in the air. And I think that was just a good showing of a lot of the strengths and weaknesses for both players.
Very true, very true. Well, we have just concluded the winner side of things with that cold cram. No, we cannot miss the cold cram, but not quite to win it on that one. There was definitely one thrown in there as a punish move, which I thought was right on time. Mega Man Master, yes. So we're getting ready to move on to the losers half of things, which has progressed really nicely. Let's take a look at the bracket. So you guys just got done watching winners finals between Jestdoki and BW.